Hey everyone, it's Xant. So this month's Sokai is quite the doozy, and we're also seeing a nice banner split with the SD machines on their own. Hopefully the solo Sokai banner rates are good, because I actually do want those wings of light on the Destiny. Anyways, on to the good stuff. First, we'll take a look at the new SD gacha machine, the Yami Shogun. Leader of the Army of Darkness, this sentient and arrogant head honcho is adept at concealment and subterfuge. And that's really all I got for you. SD Gundam, especially the earlier content and manga, has barely any presence in the West. He does look pretty neat though, at least I think so. There's barely any information about him I can dig up, so my apologies on that. I expect most of the incoming SD cast to be like that until we get to more of the recent stuff. Now, what I find neat is that Bamco decided to put the SD machines into their own banner, so players who have a hard-on for the miniature kitbash horrors can aim for the two available SD machines at the same time. On the flip side, this might be a bit imbalanced for those who really just want the Yami and don't want Knight, but if we're being honest, I think this is overall for the better. Now, our other new gacha machine, and what is most likely going to be the focus of most players this Sokai, is the Destiny Gundam. Coming from Gundam Seed Destiny, and what would normally be the titular suit, but unfortunately Strike Freedom exists, the Destiny is quite the powerhouse, with fancy trim to fit both your aesthetic and warlord needs. Designed with the most cutting-edge technologies Aft had available at the time, including a nuclear reactor and wings of light, this sucker achieved amazing success on the battlefield and was only done in by a plot armor protagonist. Speaks volumes, really, about how good the suit was. Now, it comes with a CIWS turret set, one high-energy beam rifle, one anti-beam shield, two beam shield generators, and these are built into the back of the hands. They create a energy shield, pretty much, that can be used in place of the handheld anti-beam shield. It has a beam cannon mounted onto its back. This is it is stronger than the Strike Launcher Agni Cannon, if you remember that. So it's quite beefy. It has two palm beam cannons. Now, these are, well, as it says, installed into the palms of the machine. They're also quite powerful themselves. Like I said, this thing is loaded. It has two beam boomerangs, which do exactly as advertised. You throw them out and they come back. And finally, it has an Arendite beam sword. Now, some of you might remember this weapon, as it also belongs to the Artemis Gundam. That's the protagonist suit from the game, canonically. Something to remember is the Artemis Gundam is actually a mashup of the X and Destiny, so it's no surprise that we're going to see parts from both on here. You know, the X backpack, the Destiny beam sword, so yeah. Now, the Destiny, as I said, uses the Wings of Light system. This is actually powered by the Voyager Lumiere system. I've talked about this before, and it uses internal lasers instead of the external solar power. So most of the systems up to this point, you know, from the Kai to the Stargazer, used external power sources to get itself going. But the Destiny uses an internal system, so it's just pick up and go anywhere. Now, by releasing Mirage colloid particles on top of using the Wings of Light, remember, these are the it's magic, I ain't gotta explain shit particles, the Destiny leaves behind after images as it zips around. Frankly, I just really want the backpack on this thing because I feel like there's going to be an amazing EX skill or an awakening paired with this. Now, our final new incoming suit is our welfare, the Virtue Gundam. Coming from Gundam 00, this suit is the Gundam equivalent of a warship, or several. Touting oversized beam weapons while sporting a fashionable I block everything you throw at me shield that produces from the condensers on the shoulders and legs, the Virtue is a horror to encounter on the battlefield. Not only does it force you to stay away with lasers that are strong enough to just obliterate mobile suits, but if you actually manage to damage it, the Virtue will just purge its bulky armor and become the Natalie, at which point you might as well just pack it in. Now, the Virtue comes with a GN bazooka, this is a handheld weapon, two GN beam sabers that are in the legs, and two GN cannons. These are mounted on the shoulders. Now, it might not sound like a lot of firepower, but the Virtue can connect the bazooka to its chest to fire out a colossal beam that travels much further than its typical blast. So, like I said, warship. It's a thick lad with lasers to match. Hopefully, though, the arms are good for shot builds or something. And we are getting the gun as well, the bazooka, so who knows, maybe that'll be good too. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, as this is a Sokai, we're also going to be obtaining the pilot for this machine, Tiaria Erd. A Gundam Meister and combat-type innovate belonging to Celestial Being, Tiaria was a no-nonsense pilot who was first and foremost a cog in Shenberg's plans. During the course of 00, however, he slowly opened up more and changed from a stoic ass to a quiet friend to the rest of Celestial Being. But no matter which part of 00 you look at, Tiaria was a beast on the battlefield, using the extreme firepower of the Virtue, or whatever machine he was piloting at the time, to obliterate anything and everything that he needed to. You know the old saying, if you can't beat it, just bring a bigger hammer. Now, onto our Gadget Pilots. Starting with blue? Teal? Okay, what color is that? Aquamarine? Okay, whatever. Quest Pariah finally deigns to join us after her Jagged Doga dropped ages ago. Coming from Char's counterattack, Quest is effectively a sociopath that uses her looks to obtain what she wants. And if she doesn't get it, you're in for a world of trouble. A new type ace, she became a turncoat to join Neo Zeon at the request of Char and used her piloting skills to wreak havoc on the battlefield. After her new type powers began to flourish, she was given a better mobile armor, but eventually became a mental wreck as her new type powers caused confliction in her psyche. And before you ask, no, she didn't survive. Our final pilot coming to Sokai and our last new bit of content is Ribbons Almark. One of the main antagonists of Gundam 00, this Megalomaniac suffered from a severe Messiah complex, leading him to violate Shenberg's plan and begin to steer the world in the direction he felt was best, while validating his choices by following Veda's rough outline of how things needed to progress to achieve the fruition of the original plan. Ribbons was an amazing pilot, but that's to be expected. He's a combat-type innovate much like Tiaria. He's able to fight technologically superior machines on equal footing, and much like every other extremely capable antagonist, he was only done in by a plot armor protagonist finishing him off. Seriously, I wonder, could he have actually ruled the Earth if Setsuno wasn't behind 7 layers of plot armor? And with that, all the new content has been covered, and we're good to go. Sorry about the rushed feel of this video. I'm suffering from a really bad headache right now, and I just want to pop some Advil and hit the hay. On that note, peace out guys, and I'll see you in a couple of days for the live streamed impressions.